All right, YouTube, welcome to the Chess Show, the show where we do pretty much everything except for play chess. So go ahead, crack open a cold one with me. Get your ding dong ready. And let's do this. Let's actually, we can get this off. I was just looking at a game called Ultra Kill here, which is a game we might be playing at some point on stream. First person shooter, which I hate. I hate first-person shooters with a passion, but this one looks so crazy that I might actually want to do it. So what do we do here on the Chess Show? We do some chess puzzles sometimes, and we react to videos like this guy here, this Impending Moon. We're going to take a look at a couple of this guy's videos. We're not going to do all 20 minutes of both videos. We're going to take a look at these two videos here and just kind of give our quick reaction to it. Who's that guy? I don't know. Some Impending Moon guy. He might be related to Impending Fish, but yeah, some nerd, I bet, probably. We're going to take a look at those two videos, and then of course we'll drop right into regular YouTube and take a look at some other videos. So have a look at some of Chronix. Oh, we could look at some of his baby pictures. Yes, we could take a look at Chronix's old videos. That might be fun. That might be fun. I hate to turn this into a let's look at our friends videos, though. I do want to look at some other things that are just random, bring them together. And we also still do have to do a couple chess puzzles or play a game against the computer, because I still, although I'm very talented at chess and I should have, as you can tell by my puzzle rating, a relatively decent ELO, I have severe time trial anxiety. So like when I'm playing in timed matches, I fall to pieces, especially if they're for ELO or ELO, if you prefer. All right, so we'll close that. Yes, it's the Chess Show where we don't actually play chess. Hey, what's up, Ivy? How you doing? Ivy plays chess. Ivy, do you play chess? Actually, who plays chess in here? Anybody? I don't know. Most of my viewers probably don't play chess, but that's fine. We call it the Chess Show just because it's fun. I just got a message from somebody. Oh, okay, never mind. That was not what I thought it was. I thought it was something different. King World? What? I have no idea what that is. Yeah, it's the Chess Show because there's a chessboard on one of the tabs. All right. Let's react. Oh,
Impending Moon. And
let's start up. Here we go.
hi, hello. I'm the Impending Moon, and welcome to Better Than Adventure. This here is a mod for beta 1.7.3 that answers the question of, what if Minecraft took a different direction in beta 1.8?
Okay, so for those of you who are not around in Minecraft in 1.7, you have to remember that the Minecraft numbers, although right now we're at 1.21, that's technically 21. So don't get confused. This is back in the day, early day. Hey, what's up, Monster? How are you? Heading on your main monitor, watching you in the second monitor. There you go. We got you up watching yourself. Glitchy's only got 12.67 hours. I mean, that's okay, I guess. This is not chess. Yes, it's the Chess Show. Look, here's chess right there on that monitor, on that tab. We do have chess, but mostly we spend our time just chatting and while doing reaction videos. Right now we're looking at this guy Impending Moon, who I've never really heard of before, but we will take a look. You're not lied to. I showed you chess. It's the Chess Show. I didn't say we'd be playing chess. I didn't say we'd be talking about chess. It's just the Chess Show. So sorry you feel lied to. Should probably be in just chatting. No, because we actually do play chess. We do play chess. So it's the Chess Show.
So what this mod does is it adds different features, different blocks, all in the spirit of beta, and there have been a lot of newer updates that it has reimagined recently. But overall, I've only really glanced at the install page and the wiki, so I have almost no idea what's actually going on here.
Okay, so if you have no idea in a video, if you're making a video about a Minecraft mod that purports to have taken 1.8 and went in a different direction with it, but you don't know what's in it. How do you know what to check? Actually, probably because you played so much Minecraft, you probably know what to check. You plan on getting another tattoo? Wait a minute. In addition to the ones we already talked about? What else could you possibly get at this point? I mean, we got a few cool ones. Monster's a cool tattoo of a low cell phone batteries icon. I think that's pretty great. I think that one's pretty cool. That's a great idea. Another one. What are you gonna get? Or if you don't want to say on stream, you can say somewhere else. I have a 50-page document on every single Minecraft version between InfDev started in 1.18. Yeah, but how do you know what's going on in this one? Like, how would you know what to look for? Like, because I find that's the biggest thing with Minecraft updates is that Minecraft is such an expansive game. You see, oh, okay, secret. Okay, look at the wiggy. I was gonna say because like it's such an expansive game that even with their major updates, like I have trouble knowing where to even go to find what they're talking about. Like talk about the trial chambers. I couldn't even figure out how to get to a trial chamber, like just by randomly running around. I actually had to cheat. I had to go look it up. And even once I looked it up, I still couldn't figure out what the heck's going on anymore because I'd made a cartography table and the cartography table didn't make cartographers. They just made other things. Other random dudes. Just sent it. I'll have to look at it later because otherwise Discord will come up on the screen and we don't want that. Don't want that. Don't know nothing about that. Also, the older version, there's less and it's... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that because there's less to do. All right.
But what I do know is that the start is always punching a tree.
You know, I never thought about that, but the start of every Minecraft adventure does begin with punching trees. The motorcycles outside my house sound like ghosts.
Since I want to be nice to the planet, go and replant it. And I got one more for my own use.
Fair enough.
Now, the first thing that I saw when I spawned in was this giant floating island.
Oh, I miss those.
Frankly, I don't know what I would do if I didn't build on top of that thing. Because really, it just looks like it's prime real estate here. My only concern is that underneath
wait. Did I see an old style pig? Hold on.
Frankly, I don't know what I would do if I
was a sheep. Hold on.
Build on top of that thing.
No, yeah, wait, right there. Pig. There are a number of pigs, okay.
Because really, it just looks like it's prime real estate here. My only concern is that underneath it is probably very, very dark. So of course, the only sensible thing is to check it.
Just walk right in. Yep. Of course, just walk right in, and, find yourself a creeper, yes. Get blowed up.
It is dangerous under there.
Now hold on. Are you playing? Wait. Oh no. Wait. 1.18. Yeah, 1.18 had hardcore, right? I'm assuming you're playing survival though. But starting a survival run with, and not having everything all set up, this almost 1.7.3 does not. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that, well, wait a minute then. So this is a fictional 1.8. Does this have hardcore? Oh, it does not. Okay. All right. Okay, but even doing this as a survival world, that's a pain in the butt. All right, let's take a look at this chess puzzle and see what we're gonna do. Find the best move for black. All right. I would not play it because this version is much harder with no sprinting or natural read. Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Is like it's probably just as bad doing this in survival without a bed. It's probably just as taxing and just as annoying. All right, so remember, what do we do when we're taking a look for moves in chess? The first thing we're going to do is look for checks. Is there any way that we can put this king in check? There's no check there, no check there, no check over here. Okay, so no checks. So we know checks are out of the box. Is there any way that they can place any checks on us? Yes, they can do a queen, but we can take back with the queen, so we're not worried about that. All right, so next thing we're going to do, look for what pieces white has that are unprotected. What pieces are not being currently protected by anything? This rook is not protected by anything. This queen is only protected by a measly pawn. And remember, queens are technically not really protected anyway. The only time they're protected is when you attack them with something other than a queen. So if you got a protected piece attacking a queen, technically that queen is hanging. At least in my book it is. So is there any way of attacking this queen with a piece that does not equal a queen? Okay, we could move the rook to here. So rook to d1 attacks the queen. Queen takes rook, queen takes queen, and we're home free. Or queen has some options as far as places to move. Can't move there. 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 And can't move there. Okay, so she cannot go there. She cannot move back. So actually she's trapped. She is trapped. Traptamundo. So I think that is the move. Let's just double check. We play rook to d1. Is there any in between moves that they can do? This whole file is off limits for her. So she can't like stop here. She'll just get taken by the rook. Remember, the rook will be here. So what's her best option? At that point, her option is to trade, right? All right, so let's say it's that one. Nope. Okay, what's the solution then? All right, somebody tell me, what is wrong with this move? What is wrong with this move? Okay, because she can go here and the pawn takes back. And then we're left really not doing anything. Takes. Yeah, I guess that's true. So that is one thing we overlook. So we're starting off poorly. Already. Miscalculated. All right, so we end up getting the rook if we calculate it that way. All right. Okay. All right, fine, whatever. I'll give that a thumbs up, but... All right, back to this.
I'm going to find a way to get up without going underneath. Yeah, so we got different types of stone here. And there is some coal all the way up there, but I don't think I'm going to get there. But I do... Oh, shift click. Nice.
Oh, shift click they have in this mod?
Do is grab some tools, of
Interesting.
course, just so that I have
wait, while we're here,
at surviving.
Like,
and then maybe get some pillaring blocks to actually get up there.
Sub. I think I'm subbed on my other channels to you is what it is. Cool. On my private channels.
Nope.
With my privates. Now I'm subbed to you on this too, so now you have extra subs.
I've cleaned out about a wooden pickaxe's worth of blocks. And now can make some stone tools.
How many channels do I have on YouTube? Anyone want to guess? How many channels do I have on YouTube?
Ooh. We got a new... Oh, it's Ross.
Wait, did they put cherry trees in?
Did you get a haircut? Alright, bye. See ya. What is this thing? Let's see. Cherry. Oh, cherry wood.
I'm smart. It's cherry wood. Okay, let's look at the next video. Just because we do have to keep the pace moving here.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
And welcome back to
Like a doozy.
Better Than Adventure. And I'll be honest, I've been sitting here waiting for the sun to rise so I can start the episode, and I have been jumping around off my chests, this, and my bed for 5 minutes. So that's how my night has been going. But anyways, in the last episode, we got ourselves situated here.
Here we go.
Nice sight. We got chests, we got some stuff, we got a bed, and we got the island lit up. We got most of the trees cut
You finally
down.
got up to the island. Very nice.
And I think the very first thing that I should be doing is
Captions on this video? Oh, okay.
cut down, which is a pain because these are all the big
One of the best uses of
trees.
ChatGPT you found.
But
So
it
how do
has to be
you
done. And so
all right, so how do you do captions with ChatGPT for this video? Do you tell ChatGPT go check this video out and put the captions together for me, and then you paste it in? Or is there like a bot that connects up, or an app that connects up? I gotta start using ChatGPT on the show too. You know what? Actually, tell you what, ChatGPT. So, hey, I'm here streaming on Twitch, and I'd like you to say hello to my audience.
Hey everyone on Twitch. Hope you're all having a fantastic time. What game are you streaming today?
I'm actually not streaming a game. I'm actually doing a show called The Chess Show, where I actually don't really play very much chess.
Sounds unique and fun. What do you usually do on the chess show if it's not about playing chess?
I watch YouTube videos and comment on them, and just generally become a nuisance.
Sounds like a blast. What kind of YouTube videos do you usually watch and comment on?
Whatever happens to be in my feed. I just let the algorithm take me where it will. You know, I like to surf YouTube the old-fashioned way.
That's a great way to keep things interesting and spontaneous. Any memorable videos or moments from your recent stream?
No, but I do have a viewer that has a question for you.
Sure, what's the question?
Quasar24 asks, what are the launch codes?
Nice try, Quasar24. Sadly, I don't have access to launch codes, but I can help with almost anything else. What's on your mind?
Not much, thank you.
No problem. If anything else comes up, let me know. Enjoy the stream.
I gotta find a way to just get that guy integrated. Help me find the guy who knows the launch codes.
it shall.
Oh, that's so creepy. That's so creepy because I was just thinking of something that Fish said, and then I turned this video on and I'm like, this guy sounds just like Fish.
Nope. And I've already gone through an axe. I probably should have made a couple more.
I know, right?
Alright, and just as night sets, that should be all of the big
That's a lot of
trees
torches.
down. And of course I missed a branch over there.
Ah.
Alright, and that should be all of the big trees cut down. Ooh, some fresh food.
Sue him for using your
which is
likeness, yeah.
always appreciated.
This moon guy is really stepping on your toes,
Alright,
man.
And I think what I'm going to do right away is just start crafting up some more charcoal here. I can also cook some pork chops later. And since I don't really feel like doing much over there...
Just to warn you, MK, your chat is up on the screen, so don't put anything personal up because this is going on YouTube and this is going live on Twitch. I mean, so this is actually on the screen. So unless you want personal stuff up on here, I advise you not to get into anything too in-depth. Just a warning. Normally I don't have chat on the screen, but because we're doing a YouTube show where we kind of react to videos, I do have to have the chat up. Although, now that I just said that, I'm sure Quasar will find a way to make things miserable for me. Not that's all I'm saying. Okay, just making sure. I just wanted to say that right up front, just before anything else came out. Just like I was gonna take a look at a message that Monster sent me, and then I was like, oh wait, because if I pop that up on screen, Discord will probably open up again on my main monitor here, and we'll end up seeing it. Well, hopefully things will get better for you soon. And I know that Laser was talking about that you're gonna be going on a trip, so
Not tonight, anyway. I'm gonna go
not
to bed.
tonight.
And it looks like I have missed a tiny
Another
little
tree.
right here.
I
Now,
like
what to
the
do
tiny little
with the
trees.
tiny little tree.
Knock it down.
And we have Hester the tiny tree.
Oh,
And
No
I guess
violence.
I just am not going to break him.
I'm gonna thumbs down this
Well,
video.
throw
No
some
violence.
torches on him so he lights up the area as well. Then I guess I might as well go up here and light up the top of my
I like
base,
your,
since at the moment it's
I like your base.
not exactly safe, really. And then
Oh my goodness, yeah, you would have had a creeper dropping in on you, guaranteed. If you left that any longer, a creeper would have fallen right in your base and blowed up.
I should probably also get these pork.
I can remember losing a hardcore world, having an auto fishing farm, and somehow something broke due to a creeper exploding because of something, and then a second creeper fell in and blew me up. I had another time when that happened, and I actually ended up getting thrown into the water of the fishing farm and drowned. Been here for quite a while, sitting here. I'll always get you hurt. Okay. How do you respond to the Pulitzer-winning report that you lost your glasses while wearing them? You know what's funny? I was actually going to put a tweet out about that. I was actually going to... Is it still a tweet anymore? Or is it a zeet? Our next zeet? What do we call a short message on X now? Anyway, I was going to put a tweet out about that, and I was going to say, how come looking for your glasses without your glasses is so tough? Dead naming Twitter is too funny. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what to do. I honestly, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it. It's just one of those things. All right, let's take a look. Let's oh wait, chess. I forgot there's chess. Find the best move for black. All right, so we're gonna do this like we did the last episode. We're actually going to pick moves and then come back. So candidate moves. We're looking for a check. We have a nice check right here, which is kind of a X-ray attack through to the queen. So if we do check and the king has to move, we can kind of beat the queen. We can at least trade queens. So that might not be the look we're looking for here. So let's see what else we got for candidate moves. We have got bishop check here, which if we could find a way to support that, that might be pretty good. Why is it so bad at everything? I just want a crossfade. You can't do a crossfade? Did they have at least like a dissolve? See if they've got dissolve. Sometimes they call it dissolve. You're back. Welcome back. So, all right. Let's realistically check this out. Let's say we do check here. All right, so pawn could jump to here. En passant restarts the check for us. And then the king takes the pawn, so that's probably not our best bet there. Wait, no. Yeah, en passant. King takes the pawn. And we would be here. What would be our follow-up move if the king moves here? So king could move here, here. Protecting the queen. Yeah, so that's probably not the best move to retaliate anyway. Putting this here. because you're essentially kind of forcing the king to move away, and we get the queen. So they'll have to find a better one. It doesn't seem to work. Weird. See, I'm not familiar with their setup, how they have A and B roll done. So I don't know if you have to have them on the same timeline or if they have to be on an A and B timeline. Some programs, it's on the same line essentially, and that's where the crossfade happens. Some you do them here and here, and you fade out, fade in. I don't know. All depends on how they're done. Okay, so let's take a look and see if there's any continuations here. If we have the king move to either of these squares, do we have any real continuations? So check. We could throw another check, but then we're just kind of messing around, knocking the king back and forth. It's really not doing what we want it to do. Trading the queens does nothing for us right off the bat. So this check is probably not the one we're looking for. Let's move on from that for a second. We'll come back. We'll come back and play with that. This check here is interesting because it draws the king out, and then we can check and take the queen. I think that's how we do it. Because if we do a check here, he's got to move back or back, right? Well, he can't move back there. He's got to move here. So if he moves there, how do we end this? How do we end this? Or do we not have an ending for this? We don't have an ending for it if he moves there. Okay, so it's not quite as good. But we still, wait, we would still get the queen with the, oh no, because if he takes the bishop, we get the queen. If he moves, we get the queen. Oh, so that actually does work. That actually does work, I think. Let's see if there's anything that they can do to kind of hedge this. So bishop to f4, bishop f4 check. If the king drops to either of these squares, which can't drop to there, if the king drops to this square, we take with the bishop and we up a queen. If the king takes, we check here. King moves off one of these squares and we take the queen with a nice fork on these pieces too. So I think the king actually has to move off and just let us take the queen. I'm pretty sure that that's our, we also have this move here afterwards. We can actually take this knight. So we're in a pretty good spot here. It's like a 3px window to actually drop a composition, and it's accompanied by a nice lag spike. How do they ever use this? I don't know. Like free editing suites are terrible. There's only a few that I've used effectively. One is HitFilm Express, I think it's called. All right, check. Check. No? Oh. Is that? Let's see. Yeah, because that's mate. I didn't even see that. That's mate. Yeah, now I'm losing rating because I'm missing. See, this is the thing that I don't like about Lichess's problems, is that you don't get any like partial credit for any of this. It's like they throw in these like little things at the end. I should have obviously been able to see that. This is where I've been improving, is like I'm actually seeing the lines. I'm just not calculating them all the way through. So next time when we get to that last move, instead of punching our way right through, after we make the first correct move, we will reevaluate and we'll go through and do the checks and balances again. Miyamoto thought this was impossible. The best video game composer duo. Okay, I can't do that because that's gonna get us a copyright strike. 100%. Russell Brand. Yay! All right, breaking news. Massive Celtics update. This is serious. 6 hours ago. So what did they do? I wonder. Are you kidding me? Chess commentators reeling after what? After what? After what? What do they?
Mobile, we like to do the opposite.
No,
of
Ryan
what
Reynolds.
Big
Get
Wireless
away.
does.
Get away, Ryan
They
Reynolds.
charge you a lot.
Go away. Go away.
We take C5. Are you kidding me?
He owns some lovely hats, loves drawing cats, and he's got a great set of
I'm just going to make one very quick comment about Epic Chess. I love Epic Chess, and I actually have to do this because I constantly forget to subscribe on this channel because I'm never watching. Well, no, I am watching on this channel, but I'm never like subbing and getting alerts on this channel. I'm editing in 1080p 60 video and it's lagging like I'm using 4K, and that's outside of the Windows crushing bubble of insecure nastiness, right? But I do love this guy Epic Chess. He is pretty funny.
abs. Say it ain't so. Wesley's a pro and he's playing this game against Nikaru Hakamura. It's the 2000.
Okay, so it's Kendallvine issue on both Windows and Linux. Oh, really? Try Hit Film Express. Try it. I think you might find it's a bit better. I'm not sure if it can be done on Linux though. All right, so Hikaru Nakamura is a grandmaster who also does chess commentary on YouTube and streaming on Twitch and stuff like that. Big kind of chessy celebrity that everybody seems to love to do videos when he loses, freaks out, makes a mistake, or does something goofy, cringeworthy, or even wins a match because they just love to milk the name. So I'm here too. I'm here for you. I'm here to milk this, although I'm not going to put it in the title, so I guess that really doesn't count.
21 Speed Chess Championship. Yes, it's a blast from the past, but I love these old games here, and this one's very exciting. Hikaru playing white. He kicks off with pawn e4. This is speed chess.
Wait a minute. Why are we watching the 2021 championship? Why are we watching the 2021 championship, Speed Chess Championship? I got suckered. I got milked.
Online, what a game this is, and what a finish. E5 from Wesley. Now we get knight.
Of course, the video that I like and subscribe on this channel is the one I get suckered on, which promised me something good and gave me this.
F3, knight c6, Spanish game from Hikaru, and a6.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Hold on. I forgot I've got to have YouTube chat up. Hold up one sec. Totally forgot to have YouTube chat up. Oh my goodness. I'm glad nobody chatted on YouTube. I'm glad nobody watches me on, well, no, I'm not glad that nobody watches me on YouTube. That's actually a lie. I'm glad that nobody commented at this point on YouTube.
Why can't you capture, win a pawn in the center? Well, there's a double attack from the queen if you go for that line. So instead, we see...
Do y'all understand that at all? Y'all understand what's going on here? They're talking about taking the pawn or not taking the pawn, why you can't do that. No? All right, well, whatever. We'll skip past it. If you don't understand it, you can look up the Spanish chess opening, and it will basically show you how that pawn doesn't actually gain you a pawn, and it ends up evening out. All right, 1 second. I do have to check. I've cleverly posted my television set above my notifications for Teams. So let me see here. Hold on. That is weird though. Hold on 1 second. I had to check one thing here, guys. My bad. Okay, it's working. Weird. All right, let me shut down Teams now. I'm thinking about it. Where's Teams? Teams. Get lost. Get lost, teams. All right. I need to prepare better for these when I have my screen up. I have to remember, especially the next time I get like an alert that's telling me, you know, you could meet casual singles in the downtown so-and-so area.
That line. So instead, we see bishop to a4. The second knight gallops into the game. Wesley does a Winnie, as the top professionals do.
He does these things where he constantly says, you know, crazy things, and then he claims that the top professionals do them. It's a running gag. Everybody needs a running gag. My running gag is like, this is supposed to be a chess show, and it's really not much about chess.
We see castles played, and now bishop c5, aggressive, but Wesley goes for the more modest classical bishop e7. We get rook e1 and b5, hits the bishop.
This is all pretty much, this is the crazy thing, guys. This is a crazy thing about high level chess. Every single move that's been made up to this point is pretty well known and studied. Even the variations that they mention, where if you put the bishop, what did they say on e5? Or no, sorry, bishop on c5. So even putting the bishops in different areas, they've got all these variations pretty much mapped out in certain openings.
Commentary here on Epic Cheese. Castle's now played an a4. Hikaru takes a tin opener to the queen.
It's the b pawn.
But b4 he can capture. Wesley pushes on. d3 now playable, but d4 selected by Hikaru. He does
very aggressive.
Punches the air, and d6 now.
High five.
You don't want to capture. Allow white to crack on with e5. Knight e8. Ugly back rank party. So the connect 3 is set up. Hikaru now takes, and how would you capture? Test your positional knowledge here.
All right, let's take a guess. So if we take with the pawn, Hikaru can take the ladies off the board, and I think Hikaru does usually in this position trade the queens. Take with the knight. Knight's gonna take back. I'm not sure. Let's see.
What's
How did he handle it?
Move to play? Well done if you'd play the move of knight takes on e5.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's usually the knight,
but this one natural. You open up that diagonal for the light squared bishop after captures, not forced, but played. You now open up this diagonal for the bishop. Yes, it would have been opened before, but you'd have had a clumsy knight on c6. It's good chess. Hikaru now goes knight d2.
so he's going to keep the queens on the board.
Fans everywhere are salivating. Is there anything more beautiful than a knight maneuvering into c4? We see bishop c5, queen e2, queen e7. Both players do a fist bump for having the same queen placement. Explode it out as the top pros do. And now knight c4. Everyone's drooling.
Okay, this is really cool. This is something that you don't see very often, where somebody will actually draw out the knight's cross. So you can see, and technically speaking, the knight has a few other places it can go to, like here, here, and here. Well, actually not here because there's a piece here. But if you were to draw the whole cross out, you could actually see it. You could see that the knight does have these other spots to go to. This is kind of cool that they've actually drawn it out. I very rarely see people do that. And that's what you have to be thinking of. When you have a knight on the board on chess, this is what you need to see in your head. You need to be able to see at least that it covers these two squares. So let's see if we can catch it when he removes it. I just want to stop it. Okay, all right. So now that this is gone, another way that you can visualize it, like I said, is when you have a knight sitting here, you think of the squares that are like on these little kind of kitty corners. Those are his squares or her squares. Those are your knight squares right here. These two, these two, these two, and these two. If you can picture that in your head, you're going to be so much better at using the knight. If you see that ring around the knight, essentially, that's a huge advantage for you. It's like one of the big things that has improved my game, is to be able to, when I'm actually focusing, I actually can do that. All right, so now we have an attack here on the pawn. Is this enough material to start an attack on the king side? attacking the dark squares. We have dark squared bishop that can come in. We have a rook, queen. Pawns are a little shaky there. The light squared bishop is buried. Absolutely buried. What about this guy? So this guy's light squared bishop is ready to come in the action too. This knight can redirect over to this side. So maybe, I don't know. What's the move? What's the pawn that we move here if we're starting an attack? I don't know. We'll see.
He forays forth, a lonely traveler knocking at the moonlit door. Is there anybody there? So Hikaru.
Is there anybody there?
Across.
All right, so it covers with a rook.
Now it's safe. A5 from Wesley. He's eyeing up that diagonal, almost as tasty as a Katniss Marlson stir fry. So A3 from Hikaru.
That was a rather disgusting image.
Knight stumbling backwards, and now bishop E3, bishop G5, rook E1. They look very natural, but Hikaru stumbles backwards from D2. Not nice to see. We love the knight on that square, but he's worried about bishop A6, preparing bishop C4. Now Wesley can go rook D8, H6, bishop B7. Good moves. But he plays in a completely different way here. Goes king H8, stands up, yells YOLO. Now we see bishop C4 and G5.
I wish, you know what? I wish somebody would do that in a chess tournament. I wish somebody would just make a move like that, like a quiet move. I mean, that's technically not a quiet move because it's actually setting up an attack, but like just a move like that most people just would look at, if they're not like, you know, high level chess players, they'd look at it and not really know why, and just stand up and scream something at the opponent. I think that would make chess better.
Move is this home preparation. Rumor has it Wesley So loves dressing up as Ray Charles on a weekend, going deep on his engine analysis. Maybe he cooked this up during that time. Now we see knight B3 hitting the bishop, opening the dark squared bishop on the pawn. Wesley retreats. It is a good move. That one needs to participate in the attack, and now surely you take. Hikaru didn't play this, obviously fearing opening the G file here for the attack, but it's the best move. Then the bishop drops to H4, but okay, not played. Instead, we see king H1. It's given the question marks because that one now comes under fire. G4 best, using this one as a hook, but rook played as a starting move, covering the pawn, preparing G4, and Hikaru has to play pawn G4 here. He misses it, goes bishop to E3, challenging that strong sniper, but now G4 from Wesley.
Just rip this area right open.
The king's freaking out. He's
The king's freaking out. King's like, oh my goodness, what's gonna happen here?
Lines closed here, but what does Wesley do? He crashes through with all his matter of fact in the center of the board. The whole thing collapsing. The queen on the pawn. Absolutely devastating. Hikaru takes here, wins a piece, opens up the queen on this knight. Surely this is terminal, but keep your eye on that bishop on b6 because it's eyed up by the c pawn but not touched now for 6 moves. You know, why doesn't Wesley take here? Well, then this knight drops.
Because now you're dropping another knight, and then Hikaru's open back up again. He's getting
bishop to b7. Fantastic move. Covering that attacking knight. What if Hikaru now tries to save this bishop? Well, then the queen attacks.
It's an automatic loss. Yeah.
3 on the way. It's a devastating mating attack.
Yep.
All the pieces participating.
That's the crazy thing about chess is like you've got to be able to see
Instead, we see
in 2 separate areas at the same time. You have to be able to see things.
King G1, G3 threatens mate in 1.
But
ripping open the house here. Hikaru wants to take that pawn, which he does, and now Wesley has to take this pawn with the rook. All the pieces participating. The bishop could take on e4, let's say, try and eliminate an attacker, but this one recaptures.
Yeah, then that's
huge pressure here.
Pretty much it.
If rook f2,
but that's not what was played.
Okay, you can just win here.
But that's not what was played.
Rook is doubling. It's absolutely terrible. This is a monster. So that was the way to go, but not played. Knight takes on g3.
Oh.
And it's a terrible blunder.
And knight takes the knight, no, queen takes c5.
Oh no. Oh no.
Queen takes c5,
Hikaru's so incredulous, he starts practicing his passport photo smile and now he crashes through on e5 with check. We see rook g7, but the rook slams down on f7, threatening mate in one.
That's
here.
crazy.
Done like this, the white king just runs.
Just
here.
moves
No
away.
checks available from these squares.
Nothing
Sure, you can
left.
Take on g2, but the king still runs. Yes, you can check, but you can just block with this bishop. The king is safe. This one's collapsing. We won't keep going on the line because we come back here. Rook g8 was played, and Hikaru does a final check. Looks to the ceiling, into space.
Looks to the sky.
Magnus's hair scattered across the planets. It gives him inspiration, allows him to play rook takes on g7, and Wesley resigns the game.
Yeah, that's it. Game's
Because
over.
If you recapture, well, bishop d4 is the killer follow-up. You're threatening mate on g7 and mate on e8 with the queen.
Your face feels hot as hell. Do you have a sunburn?
Stop both. You have to resign the game. This was the final position. Epic match between these two players.
All right, so I got weaseled into this video. Let's take a look and see what did he do? Okay, are you kidding me? Chess commentators reeling after, and it says 5 hours ago, and it's a game from freaking 3 years ago. Got baited. You just cried that much. You know, that's an interesting thing. It's like your face gets hot when you cry. I used to have that when I was a kid, but it doesn't happen to me anymore, which is I'm not sure why. I can remember that feeling too. Distinctly remember that feeling of my face burning after I'd cried. Maybe because I don't cry like I used to. When I was a kid, when I cried, I sobbed. This is the first time. I was gonna say, because yeah, it doesn't happen to me anymore. It's a strange reaction. I'm wondering what causes it. These two YouTubers are pathetic. Oh, I hope it's about me. Is it about me? It looks kind of like me. All right, so what do we watch? Basketball, or do we watch pathetic YouTubers? Oh, or do we go back and do a chess puzzle? Well, we just watched a whole chess match. So that kind of counts as chess. Did you get puffy eyes? Yeah, they usually get red around, and then they start to like itch afterwards, and then they're kind of like, yeah, bloodshot and red. I'm tempted to watch this. I already kind of know what's going on with the Celtics, so I don't really need to. Okay, let's see. Let's see the pathetic YouTubers. Oh, it's a commercial. Oh, what is this?
There's a
Okay.
long list of people.
I had to stop that because there was a chance that had music in it that was gonna give me copyright strikes. We don't want those. But you don't really want that, do you? Look at this. It says disgust. 1 year ago. I like Gotham. Gotham's great. He's a funny dude. Charlie watches the presidential debate. How long is this video though? 34 minutes? No, we ain't doing 34. This one's only 11 minutes.
People I'll never have respect for. Cheaters, drunk drivers, animal abusers, murderers. Yeah, that's right. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not gonna censor myself. I think you gotta be a real jerk to kill someone. Standing wipers is another one. I don't understand what kind of psychopath would stand up after doing their business to wipe when the...
Wait, that's a thing? That's a real thing? I don't even know how that's possible.
toilet seat already spreads your cheeks, giving you the optimal angle of entrance to your butthole, doesn't make...
I mean, okay, granted, we didn't need the full description of it. Ugh. Yeah, exactly. Ugh.
make any sense. You're adding extra steps and more of a nuisance. And another thing that I'll never have respect for are pathetic scumbags that abuse the YouTube strike system because their feelings got hurt. And that has been happening quite a bit lately on the platform. It's been an incredible week for little slimy weasels that like to use the YouTube strike system because someone made a video they weren't overly happy about. So I wanted to march on in here and administer some wedgies and shoot spitballs at these fucking dweebs that are doing this disgusting weenie behavior where they're abusing this YouTube system to try and get rid of videos that said not nice things about their content. The first one I want to cover is from this YouTube channel, Ingween. They received a copyright strike from another YouTuber named The Manny Show. I'll go ahead and play a clip from this video that explains.
If he did, he'd have put their names in the title. No, I think because these are smaller YouTubers. I don't think he can milk, because he's at this point, I mean, Charlie is so far in the stratosphere of reactors that when he punches down, it doesn't help him to name the people in the title. It only helps him if he's punching up, which he can't do anymore. There's no up above Charlie for like reactors and reactions and stuff. It's like he and Asmongold are like top, you know, like they're on the top of the hill. They do that and they do their thing because they don't have to put names in. Now, if they were talking about somebody like how this one, the political video, you know, he's got Trump and Biden in there. Now, okay, that's above him. So he's punching up there. Now imagine if these two guys had YouTube, so they had like YouTube reaction channels. Could you imagine Biden and Trump reacting to videos? I think that would be great. I think it would be great to see them reacting to like YouTube drama, but reacting for real, like actually reacting like if they knew this stuff and cared about it. I think that'd be awesome.
That one of my videos had a copyright takedown, which is very new to my channel. The video in question that was taken down is why everyone hates The Manny Show. And the YouTube automated email says, "Hi Ingween, we received a copyright removal request."
I was unfamiliar with The Manny Show before this situation, and I really missed 30 minutes ago when I was still in ignorant bliss about who this was, because this shit is insufferable. It's a massive YouTube channel that just aims to fill the shorts algorithm with brain rot content to try and farm subs off of it.
Ouch. So if The Manny Show gave a copyright strike to the little streamer for saying some aggressive stuff, does he go after Charlie with a copyright strike for saying some really, really aggressive stuff? Quasar, good idea. You think Kennedy should have done stand-up at the debate? I think that would have been awesome if they would have paused the debate and then they would have had him come out and do like 5-minute monologue of stand-up. Jess, when did you start this? Last week, but I've been back playing for a little while. Now you do have to understand, this is the chess show where we don't actually play a lot of chess or do a lot of chess. So like we'll pop out a chess puzzle and we'll do a little chess puzzle, or sometimes we're reacting to chess videos. We just reacted to a Epic Chess, the name of the content creator is Epic Chess, and he tricked us into watching a video that was actually a game from 3 years ago, even though he titled it as if it was a game from tonight or yesterday. Yes, wait, what do you have? You have a problem with puzzles? Puzzles are the best way to get better at chess. You do know that, right? Puzzles are the best way to get better at chess. Now, granted, you have to be able to integrate them into your chess game. Wait, no JFK? What do you mean? John F. Kennedy? Doing stand-up? How would he... we would need a deep fake for that. Can you review your games? You probably don't want me to. You probably don't want me to. I will give you 3 reasons why. Number 1, I am not nearly high enough rated to be seriously reviewing games without some help. So I would need to take the games first of all and probably run them through a chess engine so that I was absolutely sure that my analysis was solid, which means I wouldn't be technically reviewing your games. I would be using a chess engine to review your games. Second, when I do review games, which I do on here sometimes, and I do them free form, I'm not nice. And I know we don't like not nice, like most people don't, at least. And then the third thing is that I'm not sure how we could do that. You might have to put, well, I guess no, I guess they could do it through chess.com. I hate chess.com though. They want me to make money. We'll watch them and see what I could do better. I mean, sure, if you want to send them over, I'm not going to do it now, but I could line it up for the next thing. Ian Charles Bronson should have done a late night show. You know who should have been on that late night show? Martin Short. I just watched a whole thing on how Martin Short is the best late night show guest ever. And they were right. All right, let's continue and see what Charlie's on about here.
It super sucks. Copyright strikes are a huge deal. It's more than just the video getting taken down. It affects the entire channel. I'm sure all of you are familiar with the strike system on this platform. It's the nuclear option. When someone does that, it's a declaration of war, and that's when things get extremely serious. And it's also an unforgivable sin on the internet. If you ever have that little devil on your shoulder that convinces you to file a copyright strike, just know that blemish is going to haunt you for the rest of your fucking life on the cyberspace. People don't forget that. So if you're filing a strike on a channel, you better hope that that channel is publicly beheading puppies or something, because otherwise, everyone's going to hate you for it forever. Strikes, in an ideal world, would be reserved for repeat offender channels that are publishing like borderline criminal content.
No. Copyright strikes are there to prevent the unlawful reuse of material that is protected under copyright law. Using them against people who post things that are criminal, you'd still have to have a justification for the copyright violation. So I'm not, unless he means criminal as in you're blatantly stealing a song and pretending you made it up. I was about to watch your night of gameplay to see how the game was before I buy it, and I ended up here. Yeah, you can end up you can check them out though. I've got a lot of videos on Noita that probably could help out. And by the way, just so you know, you posted that up, and this is going to be on a YouTube video that other people will see. So people are going to have your is it Lichess or Lichess? That's what I need to know. Because leeches sounds like leeches, and I don't like leeches. So I have been calling it Lichess, but anyway, so your Lichess link is there for everybody to see. I'm not sure that even makes a difference, but anyway. But I do agree with him that using a copyright strike as a way to exact your revenge on somebody should be reserved. I think it should actually be reserved only for a copyright violation. Personally, I don't even think it should be used on criminals as a way to attack them. Misuse of the law is misuse of the law. If you see something criminal on YouTube, you freaking turn their ass in, right? It's fine. You need more friends. Okay. Hey, as long as you're okay with it.
Anything aside from that, and you could just file a normal copyright claim and block. You don't have to choose to strike the channel. You can just take down the video you think is in violation of your copyright or whatever.
Yes, that's true.
And have that be that. But when you go the extra step here and put the cherry on top of the shit cake with a strike, then it becomes a huge deal. But in a situation like this, the Manny Show would still very much be in the wrong, even if they took the lesser of two.
I heard about.
See, and that was the other thing I was going to say is that I'm wondering.
7th grade. The reason why I liked it, because everyone else.
Two evils and just remove the video without the strike.
If Charlie were to see, say, a video like this, would Charlie do the same thing to a video like this from a low-end YouTuber who's obviously, reacting to a video that I basically have no business reacting to? I'm not like. Let me know some games. You going to bed? All right, yeah, get some rest. I'm actually going to bed soon anyway. But I wonder would Charlie do something? I don't think he would. He probably would contact the person and be like, "Hey, please don't milk my videos for content. You're lurking? I'm lurking too." All right, let's see what's in this pickle puzzle. Let's see, can I actually get a puzzle right on stream? Find the best move for white. Okay, so let's see. Do we have any checks? We have a check here. Probably not a great check, but we'll take a look at that in a second and see. We have a check straight down the middle. That is probably not worthwhile with this rook because you just take it back. One last question. What's best for getting better at chess? I would say a lot of people try to study openings, and I don't think openings is where you should be practicing. Chess you should be learning puzzles, because you need the pattern recognition. If you do 100 puzzles a day, and don't just give up on them, like actually sit and try to calculate the puzzles. You get them wrong, don't get frustrated, just keep going through. Doesn't matter if your rating keeps dropping, your puzzle rating keeps dropping, just keep doing them, and always check them out and finish them as well, so that you find out why, and make sure you understand why, because a lot of them end with no explanation. So if you can't understand why, go ahead and, you know, make sure you plug them into a chess engine to find out why, you know, or you know, have somebody explain it to you. You have one opening, C4 and D4. D4, you mean, because that's technically, those aren't openings, those are moves. Those are like opening moves. C4, that would be for black responding to E4 by white, I'm assuming. And D4 would be with the white pieces. Yeah. So from there are several different openings you can get to with those two moves. Typically E4, white pawn to E4, black pawn to C4 is the Sicilian. You should not be playing that. Even I don't play that, because it is hundreds of moves of theory, hundreds. And the variations in the lines are deep, they're technical, and they take a lot of memorization. And the only reason I say you shouldn't be playing those is not because you're not a good enough player, it's because there are far simpler and effective openings that you can use that will get you decent positions as black that take a lot less work. You're going to save yourself hours of time and hundreds of hours of frustration, losing games that you're losing just because the other person studied the opening to a point that you didn't, or knows how to step off the opening into bad territory where the lines are so murky that even a grandmaster would have to like sit and think about them. You're better off looking at like King's Indian is something I check out for black. The French is another one. Coach Gotham. Yeah, Gotham's great. Yeah, Gotham he's not only a great chess player, he's a great personality. So yeah, if you watch, go with the openings that he recommends, because he will tell you flat out, like, you should not be playing the Najdorf Sicilian, you should not be playing the Ruy Lopez Spanish. No, he did not get GM. He did not. He played in a tournament in Spain, and he was 1 point from getting a norm for GM. He still needs to get his rating up. Yeah, but every single one he says he got GM, he did not. He watched the videos. He did not get GM. He's still an IM. He performed much better in he's been away from chess for like a couple years, right? Yeah, oh yeah, for real, he didn't. It's clickbaiting. You're not familiar with how he does his clickbaiting? All of his titles are clickbait. And if you ever complain about it, he pins your comment, and it's called the pin of shame. So basically all his video titles are BS, just to get people to click. And he doesn't care, because he's just doing it partly because it's a meme now. But anyway, yeah, no, he almost got a GM norm. So he needs to get his rating up higher, and he needs to make, I believe it's 3 Grandmaster norms in order to get the Grandmaster title. No, he's really trying to become a GM, but he did not become a GM in this one. His road to GM is real. He's really trying to do it, but he's nowhere near a GM yet. He's playing like a GM. He's playing up to that level, but he has the same problem I do to a lesser degree. His is a lot less than mine. He has anxiety. And so his anxiety tends to derail him. but I just watched a video that he played. I just watched a match that he played, or a game that he played recently, where he's now started blocking the name of the person he's playing against, so he doesn't know who they are, what their rating is, so that way he won't get the fear in his head. He's playing against another GM, and this is how far he's come. He's so relaxed now that he got up to go let his dog out while he was on the clock in a blitz game. So he's that chill now, where in a game that counts, he got up and let his dog out and then came and sat back down. So he's actually GM video. Hold on. Let me show you. Let me share this video with you. Hold up. Yeah. Okay.
Building your online business?
He says right in the first part of it.
Go to Wix.com and set up.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end. This is my final video from the Madrid Chess Festival 2024. In fact, it's not from the Madrid.
It's not, no, it's not fake. He is really trying to become a GM. But when he says, I did it, he didn't say I became a GM in that title. He said, I did it, which means he got back into chess and he's playing chess professionally again. And he had a very good tournament. For somebody being away from competitive chess for that long, he had a very good tournament. An amazing tournament. Okay, so let's read his comment here so you can see. I would like to say something. While I was excited and motivated, I was a bit scared to embark on this journey. In the back of my mind, there was fear of competitive failure, but I worked so hard since April, and despite not playing for 2 years, being the lowest ranked player in this tournament, I finished second place and almost won. I am more motivated than ever to work as hard as I can to keep gaining ELO and keep chasing norms. I will recross my peak for 24-21 and become a GM in as many months and years as it will take. So yeah, so he hasn't actually accomplished it. See you in the next episode of Road to GM. So, to be continued. To be continued. All right. Anyway.
Because they have no grounds for removing the video whatsoever. They have no legs to stand on. It's a completely fraudulent.
I just want to see what the guy said about the other guy.
Ingween is a commentary channel that will play a clip from a piece of content, let it play for like 10 or 15 seconds or so, and then talk about it, giving their commentary on whatever they're going over, whatever the subject is. Looking at the removal request, we can see that 13 seconds of the video was enough to lead the Manny Show to strike the entire fucking channel here.
That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy that, and this is what I'm saying, like with this, like I'm wondering how far Charlie goes with stuff like this. Gary Kasparov is your guy. Kasparov's not my favorite champion. My favorite champion is Mikhail Tal. That's my favorite. I do like Bobby Fischer's chess when he was on top of his game. I do not like Bobby Fischer. Magnus, I think, is great for chess because Magnus doesn't care. Magnus will do what he wants. Magnus will use an opening that is known to be incorrect and bad. Can you type your favorite in chat so I can watch his games? I'll bring him up. Hold up. I spelled it wrong. Okay. So this is Mikhail Tal. M-I-K-H. So M-I-K and then Hale. H-A-I-L and then T-A-L. Basically the man who invented brilliant moves, according to Gotham. Mikhail Tal sacrificed everything. How long is this? This is 27 minutes. This is 18 minutes. I don't want to go through like an 18-minute video. That's just too much to go through. Top 5 most brilliant moves. Okay, I don't want to watch that guy. Mikhail Tal beats Kasparov in 17 moves 1 month before his death. This was a good game. So let me show you this.
Hello everyone. This next game I'm about to show you was played in the Moscow Blitz tournament in 1992. And, well, Mikhail Tal is playing with the white pieces and Garry Kasparov is playing with the black pieces.
And he
So
whooped
it's,
him.
Quite a match. And although there's a lot of controversy to this game, well, I want you to know one thing that, well, Mikhail Tal came straight out of his hospital.
Subs in Arabic,
to
yep.
play this tournament. And so let's see this game between these two great players. Mikhail Tal is white and Kasparov is black. So Mikhail Tal plays e4, c5, knight to f3, d6, bishop to b5 check, knight to d7, d4. We have knight to f6.
Castles.
Kasparov plays.
Push the bishop back.
Bishop captures on d7. Knight captures on d7. Knight to c3. e6. Bishop to g5, attacking the queen. Queen to c7. Rook to e1. Kasparov captures on d4. Tal captures with knight on d4. Knight to e5. Tal plays f4. And Kasparov plays h6, attacking the bishop. So Tal plays bishop to h4, and Kasparov plays g5. And here,
Okay, so this is Tal versus Kasparov. So the story behind this is Mikhail Tal was a heavy drinker and a heavy smoker, and was very ill most of his life. A lot of it self-inflicted, if we believe the stories. He was in the hospital in very serious condition, not in very good shape at all. And he left the hospital to go play this game against Garry Kasparov, or Kasparov if you want to say it like that. He beats him in 17 moves. I'm not sure how the rest of it turned out. I'm not sure if they played any more games, but then a month later, his health was so bad, it was so serious that a month later he passed away.
Tal plays f captures on e5, a very sharp move.
Yeah,
Kasparov
super
plays
super
g
sharp.
captures on h4.
Because he's giving up the bishop, right? Right? Is he giving up the bishop? I wish I could back this up like 10 seconds, like I can on my phone. Oh no, okay, he took the knight. Okay, so he took the knight, so he's not giving. He's
f captures on e5, a very sharp move. Kasparov plays g captures on h4.
All right.
And now Tal plays e captures on d6.
So take a look at this. Take a look at this position right now. Did I watch the Bobby Fischer movie? Yeah, I've watched every Bobby Fischer movie that's out there, probably, including documentaries, including Chasing Bobby Fischer, which is about oh, I can't remember the guy's name. About the kid. He had a strange last name, strange first name began with a W. But anyway, because he was supposed to be the next Bobby Fischer, and he wasn't. He was a great player, but not Fischer. But anyway, so when you look at this position here, who do you think's winning? Who do you think's winning in this position? I mean, it really looks like King safety is pretty poor right here. You can't really see it because of this. You can see the king is kind of exposed here. White has a rook on the center file. Black has less pieces developed. White has the pawn ahead and has the two knights here. But at this point, it's very, very hard. It's very hard to say who's winning. That's what we talked about when he said this is a very sharp move that he made. Because now we're into a territory where there's a lot that can go wrong. Every move has to be precise. Every move has to be calculated as far as you can do it, and you're against the clock. So,
and bishop captures on d6. And in this position, Mikhail Tal plays knight to d5. So Kasparov captures, E captures on d5, E captures on d5 with check from Daruk on e1, and Kasparov plays king to f8. And in this position, Mikhail Tal played queen to f3. And in this position, Kasparov didn't resign, well, rather the time on his clock ran out. And why I say that there's a lot of controversy to this game. A lot of people say that this game didn't last only 17 moves, that it lasted longer, although there aren't any evidence to this claim. And another thing is that, well, Kasparov is actually better in this position.
Yeah,
but,
and that's the thing.
What you should take into consideration is that Kasparov, well, he had to spend a lot of time to find the right moves to refute Tal's ideas. And Kasparov himself said in an interview after this game that, well, even though he retaliated in the second round, and even though Kasparov won this tournament, this game against Mikhail Tal is the only game he lost. And he said that even though he calculates extremely fast, Tal simply doesn't have to calculate. Tal just sees what move.
And this is the crazy thing, and this is why this game is important. And Tal usually does this to players. Is Tal can see things that other players can't see. Now Tal can't always see them perfectly, but he sees the ideas, and the ideas that he sees are so difficult to find the way to refute them, that if you don't play 100%, that's what we talk about with a sharp line. If you don't play 100% accurate, like a computer would play, then you're going to lose. And you're going to lose when you had winning chances. Like in this position, like I said, when we backed up, we looked at who do we think is winning, and it looked like White had an advantage, and besides the king safety. But when they analyze this position, and I believe the game did go on for like 10 more moves after this. But Kasparov had to spend so much time calculating, because everything Tal did had a threat behind it, that if he didn't calculate perfectly, he was going to lose. Now, of course, we're talking about, this is the first game Tal plays when he comes out of the hospital. After that, he gradually, if he's sitting there smoking and drinking, goes downhill quicker, and then the next day is probably not quite as fresh. So he ended up, losing the tournament. But being able to come out here and push Kasparov to time was pretty sick, considering you got to understand where Tal was at that point in time. He was not in any shape to be able to play a game like this. It's pretty amazing. And if you go watch some of his other like historic games where he actually wins the games by all the sacrificing that he does, because he'll sacrifice 4 pieces. And it will look almost like absurd, like, well, he can't possibly lose any more material and still manage to win this game, and then he still manages to win them somehow, because he sees an idea that he realizes is too tough for the opponent to calculate quickly. And his moves are done so rapidly to the other player that they feel a pressure to respond. I think he was also master of psychology too. I think he made people uncomfortable over the board. Anyway, interesting stuff. We'll go back to YouTube. Do we really care about the rest of Charlie here? I don't think we do. I think we're good. I think Charlie can go to bed. I don't know. Do we want to see how the Fifth Element really ended? No. I was holding back. Klay Thompson is out for revenge on Dallas. Wait, what? Do I really want to know about this? Klay Thompson is out for revenge on the Dallas Mavericks. So is this person believes that Klay Thompson got traded to the Mavericks to get revenge on the Mavericks? I don't know. Oh, is this the guy that's playing chess every day? Is this the guy we watched before? I think this is a different guy. Hold on, let me see if this is the guy we watched the other day. I don't think it is. I don't think the guy we watched had white hair. Let me see. Let me hop back now. This is definitely not the same guy. Definitely a different guy. Wait, was he just lying on his bed? What? Okay. Dude. No. I would just stick to chess. What do you mean just stick to chess? It's the chess show. We don't stick to chess on the chess show. Are you crazy? We do things like the best SNES games. Actually, ooh. Oh, SNES. No, never mind. If it was NES, I'd watch it. Eric Weinstein beating up Terrence Howard. That was a funny episode. Let's see here. Who else is left on the board here? How much time do we got? Oh, it's almost midnight, so let me see. I don't believe. Okay, this guy's hilarious, Mr. Beast. Well, he's not hilarious. He does some really, really interesting videos on true crime, mysteries, and stuff like that. All right, Unana Machine. Actually, I started watching this. This was a pretty good interview. And Kid killing Gotham. That's wonderful. Time Tarantino tried to reinvent himself. No thanks. Tatum's 314 million extension. How the Mavs landed Clay and more. No, we don't worry about that. Non-Euclidean horror. Something scary happens when you break the laws of geometry. How many is 13 minutes? Let's take a look. What happens when we break the laws of geometry? We get an Oreo. Oh, I like that.
How to treat yourself.
You seen the Long Legs trail? It's amazing. No, I haven't seen it.
That the geometry of the dream.
All right, let's check. Long Legs trailer. Now wait, is this a spider movie? Let me give you the right one. Actually, I'm not sure I can watch this anyway. I think this has music in it. Yeah, I think the trailer has yeah, I think it's got music in it. Even if it's a thematic OST, like even if it's just background. Most trailers do. And that's all. It's not, it's still copyright. Now, granted, it might be Commons, but I don't know, dicey. I'll take a look at it later. What's it about though? That's what I needed to know, is what it's about. It looks like zombies. Ooh, Popeye the Sailor Man live action movie. I remember that movie. Robin Williams was hilarious.
Place he saw was abnormal, non-Euclidean, and loathsomely redolent of spheres.
Non-Euclidean, that's the word that H.P. Lovecraft uses to describe Cthulhu's home. What is non-Euclidean geometry? And why is it even scary in the first place? I want to make a liminal space SCP-style horror film, and I'm looking for the right kind of inspiration. Now, H.P. Lovecraft, the father of modern horror literature, finds something frightening about non-Euclidean geometries. Why is that? Well, if I can tap into this concept, I think I can show you something that you've never seen in a horror film before. So, what is non-Euclidean geometry?
That's a good question. What is non-Euclidean geometry? So what you should do is figure out, first of all, what Euclidean means.
And why would it even be scary? Conventional geometry has laws, like all the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Parallel lines.
See if this guy gets it right.
And the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. But in non-Euclidean geometry, we decide to take one of those laws and have it be broken. And suddenly it leads to all sorts of weird results. There's one idea from spherical non-Euclidean geometry that stood out to me, and it's the paradox of the curved straight line. Let's look at a conventional straight line. In Euclidean geometry, this straight line will go on forever and ever, and it will never intersect itself.
You going to bed? All right, good night.
Right? It doesn't turn back on itself. But if we enter a non-Euclidean world, specifically a spherical non-Euclidean world, that straight line ends up
comes a curve
where it started. This isn't the same thing as actually walking around a sphere. We just have to portray it that way for the sake of illustrating it. Now, this reminds me of being in a nightmare where I run and I run and I run and I just end up right back where I started. You see that light?
Okay, so I'm wondering if there's a mind-bending way that we can talk about that doesn't involve the sphere, because I've always thought of it as a plane that continues on, where If you go far enough on the line, you end up back at the beginning of the line. You don't wrap around. You don't physically wrap around. You just literally end up where you were. So it's like you don't loop back. You just go that way and then end up here and go that way. Like if you ever played Asteroids, where you go off one side of the screen and appear on the other side of the screen, that's more what it's like. Anyway. All right, chess puzzle. We're going to solve this one. We're going to get one right. We will get one right tonight. Will we get one right? All right, let's see. Best move for white. All right, so we're looking at this, right? We're checking out check. Check here is probably not what we're doing. Well, let's see. Okay, so I don't think it's a check. We do have a pin here with the rook. And the knight is hanging. What else can attack this knight? Just in general. We have a pawn move that does it. So if we do a pin here and a check here, we'd be in pretty good shape. But the problem we're going to run into is they will get a move in between. So we have to figure out the most forcing line for this. Because if we just slide over, they can bring the bishop out. Now they've protected the knight. And the knight doesn't have to move. So that's not really forcing. So if we do the knight check first, swap the bishops, then do the pin. Because what we're trying to do is reroute the knight to here for the fork, I'm assuming. I'm trying to see what else we could do, how else we could do it. Yeah, no, it has to be here to here. Right. Yeah, here to here. No, we could go here to here. Yeah, because you could do this. Check. He comes out here. We set up the pin. He has to take. We take here. Now we're threatening that. So let's play it out. So bishop to b5. Bishop to d7. Pin the knight. Now the knight can't move. It is hanging. Bishop protects the knight. Yeah, if the king comes to here, though, we don't want the king coming to here, right? That's the one thing we definitely don't want. So how do we do this? Do we set up the pin first? If we set up the pin, that gives black one move. Set up the pin, comes out with the bishop. And then how do we get the bishop out of there? Knight. Knight just lodges the bishop. And the knight can go here. But if the bishop just lodges, we take the knight. I think that's probably that's the idea. The idea is to get the knight. We can also put pressure on the knight here with this, but we have to set up the pin first. That's the whole crux of it. What's anything else that we could do here? Any other trickies that we could do? We've got to check here as well. Forces the knight to take check here, and then we're out of possibilities, right? Yeah. So I think this is the best move is here, right? I don't really see much else to do. I mean, there's too many ways to stop this check. I mean, we can even just put the pawn here. And then we're just playing a positional game there. All right, what about knight to d5? Knight to d5 threatening the fork. This also protects the fork. Yeah, I'm wondering. It's definitely picking up this knight. This is definitely what we have to try to strive for. It's just a matter of what's the move order to do it. All right, well, I'm gonna assume it's the pin. I'm gonna assume it's the pin because I don't think you get anything by going here, and I don't think you get anything by going here right off the bat, because I think you can just drive. Well, you can't really drive the knight out there, so we would have to. Well, let's say the bishop does come up here to stop the fork. Where else can the knight go? That can cause havoc. Yeah, I don't see any real possibilities here once the bishop comes out and takes control. Yeah, there's nothing over here. And dropping back to here doesn't do anything. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, so we got the pin. Bishop relieves the pin. Now we play the knight, because now the knight is going to set up to say, we're going to come and fork here. If he comes to protect for the fork, then what? That's what we have to figure out from there. That's what we have to figure out from there. I think if there's any other moves that we can throw in between. Yeah, it's definitely not knight to e4. That doesn't work. We throw in the check here. No, because of the pawn, right? Yeah, that just wastes a move. But we don't have any real other way to really get to this. No, okay. Tell me the solution. Rook takes. See, this is what happens when your brain is tired. Rook takes just wins the night. This is what happens when your brain is tired. You go through that whole process and you forget the most basic thing, which is that the knight is hanging. Yeah, sure, fine. Have it. All right, we gotta get our rating back up. Let's try to get one. We gotta get one before we go to bed, right? Best move for black. All right. I mean, honestly, I think the best move here is to trade. Best move here is to trade. Can we find a way to make a better move than to trade? Does check here do anything for us? Let's see. Check. King to e5. There's no real follow-up. Oh, actually there is. Hold up. Check. Hold up. Check. King to e5 or king to e6. King to e5 loses the rook. King to e6. What's the problem with king to e6? Trying to figure out what the problem with that is. You jump back, it's check again. You can, then you're just trading the rooks back again. So it's really, or he just moves the king back. Now, what's the point of putting the king on this square versus this square and trade, or this square? All right, this square. And keeping the rooks on board. Or if we push that king back, are we actually going to pass a pawn? Let's take a look at the end game here. We win the little pawn battle over here, getting one pawn that's ready to go. All right, takes, takes. And then we move. And their king is forced back. Ugh, I hate these positions. Rook takes, king is pushed back. Takes, takes. King here. I think we can push through. I mean, I'd almost prefer to just start moving the pawns first, though. Try to see if I can just, because if we leave it like this, this king is cut off. So you'd have to trade here. I could have doubled pawns here, not doubled pawns. I could have pawns all connected here. 2 pawns connected here after this little trade here. My king going. So I almost feel like that's the way to go. No. Oh my God. I am so far behind in my thinking tonight. Of course. Because I didn't look for check. I didn't look for check. So stupid on my part. Like this is why I probably should just go to bed. Because I'm not like looking for the obvious. I'm like doing the dumbest. I'm overcomplicating simple situations. All right. Let's move for black. I hate when they do these ones. These take way too long to analyze. All right. I didn't even have the right idea on that last one though. That's the crazy thing. Like I did not have the right idea. All right, so if I put the knight here, threatening to take a rook for a knight. If I do that, he takes my queen, right? All right, so we need to figure out, is it a queen move then? All right, let's do what we always do. Look for the check first, right? Are there any checks to be had? I don't see any checks to be had. All right, what piece is hanging? The knight is not. This rook is, obviously. This rook is not. Bishop is kind of not. At all. We could double up. Because I think that's the major giveaway in this position is that my queen is hanging. So that's telling me if I can't solve this problem, then I'm screwed. Rook. All right. I think we might have found something promising here. All right, so the rook slides over. Queen cannot go here. Queen cannot go here. All right, knight covers this, pawn covers this. And if I have a rook here, can't stay on this file. Can't come over here because of this rook, and this rook will be here. So we got that. So where does she move to? She moves here, here. All right, no, so here, okay, or she could slide all the way over. But what does that do for us if she's out of here? Moving the knight opens up this bishop. So where could the queen go? Where's the queen's best spot to go to? I'm not sure. Not even sure moving the queen is the right idea. Or getting the queen moved, I should say, is the right idea. Is there a way to protect that queen without using my rooks? Not really. I wonder if it's as simple as queen takes. All right, so queen takes, pawn takes. Then we've got doubled rooks on this file. Then what's the move? So this guy's here and the queens are gone. Is it knight? Really not, because check, check. The king can't retake. If the knight is here, that's mate, right? Takes, takes, knight, takes, takes. And that really doesn't solve anything. It really doesn't solve anything doing that. Oh no, wait, and then the bishop's hanging. Okay. Okay. Yep, okay. No, damn it. And then take the bishop. Drop both the rooks, trade both the rooks, get the bishop. I had the right idea. See, this is how I lose rating. I do this late at night. Let's see why it's not this. Because then it's just a trade of rooks, right? No, but the knight, I mean, the... Oh, because the bishop can escape. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because you have to retake, that's why. Now the bishop can get itself free. Okay, hold up. Hold up. No. No, the bishop still gets taken, right? Can't go here. Oh yeah, it can, because of the... Oh no, knight. No, because then the knight gets taken back, but then we get a pawn. We keep a rook. Is that better or worse? Yeah, it's clearly better. That's clearly better. Yeah. Yeah, not calculating well enough at the end. All right. Jeez, this one should be easy, right? Check. Takes. I mean, are they seriously giving me that one? That's... See, now I get suspicious. Now I'm like, wait a minute. This can't be. This can't be this easy. Okay. Hey, what? Oh, jeez. What now? Damn it. Killing my rating. Killing my rating. I knew it was too easy. Best move for black. I'm like totally beat up. My brain is beat up. This is just why I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, we have a... No, we don't. Wait. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Can't take... I guess you can't take with that. Take with the bishop and queen here and then queen there. Checkmate. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. It's got to be it. Yeah. Okay. We got one. Finally got one. Okay. Let's see if there's something simple here, and if there is, we'll do it. If not, we'll go to bed. All right. I can't believe it's 12:30. Why am I up at 12:30 at night doing this? It's crazy. All right. Best move for white. Okay, so the queen's hanging. If we can find a way to distract that rook. Check. Takes. Takes. All right, hold on. Check. He goes here. Check, and it's mate. Yeah? Yeah. So he has to take. So we get the queen. Yeah. Okay. Easy. Best move for white. On check. Knight takes. No good. The knight is hanging. I mean, that's another thing too. No, knight is not hanging. We got the bishop here. So how do we distract the bishop then? How do we take the bishop off that square? Because that's where the knight is hanging. So let's see. Do we have any way to get that bishop to move? Not really. Or is there a way to attack this pawn? A way to get this pawn to move? What do we got? A black squared bishop. Check. All right. Can't move here. What if he moves here? Then where do we go? Check. Can't move there. Move back. Check. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's this. I think it's right here. Takes with the queen. Yeah, that probably doesn't work. Because the other thing we got here is our queen is hanging. So we do need to get out of that somehow. What about rook check? Can't move the pawn. How about pawn check? Can't move there. All right, then he moves off the square. So I think it has to be rook check first. Rook check. He moves there. Queen check. I think that's it. Yep. Yep. Just look first, because this is going to be the disaster that kills us. Queen check. Yeah, got it. Okay. All right. Now stop, because this is where they always screw us over. We say, hey, take the rook. And then they go, no, fool. It's not what you do. Let's take a minute. take a whole damn minute. I mean, I don't see any other better way to continue that takes a rook and has check. Yeah, okay. Gonna say. All right, that's good enough. All right. Heading to bed. Thank you YouTube so much for hanging out with me. You guys are awesome. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And hey, YouTube, you're up.